So come to sit comfortable in your chair. Make sure that your hips are planted safely and that your ankles are right below your knees. Sit up tall. Allow the shoulders to find their way above your hips and lengthen from the back of your neck to the crown of your head. Take an inhale breath through your nose and sigh it away out your mouth. Take another breath like that. Inhale. Just let your natural rhythm start to show and allow yourself to feel whatever that might be in your own breath. So the other day I heard a little idea or proverb from an English poet, William Blake, in the late 1700s. He wrote, "Improvement makes straight roads, but the crooked roads without improvement are the roads of genius." And what he means by that is not that when you take the crooked road, you are a genius, but the crooked roads enable us to become wiser, more experienced, open, more knowledgeable. And why is that? Because the straight roads are a path we're used to. They're easy in the sense that they're manageable and predictable. But the crooked roads is where the growth actually happens. That's where we perhaps stumble and learn to get back up. And we say that a lot in yoga too, like we'll try some balance postures or some postures that just don't feel right to you. It's kind of like the crooked road. These are the things we do in life that help us learn and help us grow. And we always want to be in the eyes of the learner rather than be the expert, because the expert feels all wise, all knowing, and is not open to taking the crooked road. And it reminds me of a Zen proverb that I heard quite a while back about a student who wanted to learn from the master. And so he visits the master's home, and the master begins to prepare the ceremonial tea. He puts out the 2 cups and pours for the student, and he keeps pouring and pouring, and the cup is running over. And the student is a little afraid to say anything, because this, after all, is the master, but finally he shouts, "Stop, the cup is full." And the master says to him, "As are you. Come back when your cup is empty." And so in order to grow, to learn, to develop, we need to empty our cup, and we need to occasionally take that crooked path. So hopefully today during our practice, we'll use what we know, but expand the knowledge by perhaps trying something new. So coming to sit in that comfortable chair, we're going to start with breath and do this in a way that's not common to our breathing pattern. Usually when we inhale, we have that visual of traveling up to the crown of the head, and the exhale is settling down. I'm going to reverse that a little bit today. So let's start with an inhale, lifting your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, float the hands down. This is the normal way that we breathe in yoga. Let's take that inhale up again. Stay here and exhale. Now as you inhale, float the hands down. So an inhale breath rising up while the hands come down. And exhale, take the breath. Bring your hands down this time and close your eyes and continue breathing that way. So as you inhale, imagine the breath traveling down to the belly. And as you exhale, the breath travels up to the crown of the head. Inhale, draws the breath down, just like the diaphragm. Exhale, out the crown of your head. Let's take 3 more breaths like that. Trying to reverse what we normally do is not always easy, but brings us into a different sense of awareness. And on your next exhale, join your palms at heart center. Bring the thumbs close enough to your chest so you can feel connection with your body. Let the elbows hang down towards your thighs, lift up. And as you exhale, draw your chin down to your collarbone. Release the hands to the thighs and gently lift the gaze, starting to flutter open the eyes, coming back to the present. Let's inhale, breathing up as we normally do, and slowly exhale, float the arms down. Extend that right arm out in front of you with the palm facing inward. Make a fist with the thumb on top. Gently take your knuckles and turn them inward towards your chest. So this opens up the whole back of the arm, the wrist here, releasing any tension, but feeling that sense of connection here. And then release. Let's do that with the other hand. So make a gentle fist, thumb on top. Take your opposite arm and use that to turn your knuckles towards your chest. And release. Flip the palms to face the screen. Really elongate the fingers here. Stretch them out. Spread them as wide as you can. And then take it all the way around as though you were turning something with your fingertips and come back together. Let's take that again. Make a nice gentle circle. One more time. And then flex the fingers downward, flip them up. Take one more. And then some nice high waves. Drop them in low. And release the hands down. Take a moment here to roll the shoulders back and down. Take 3 nice circle rolls, moving to the back of your room, and then take them forward. Start to make them a little bit bigger as we move along, incorporating in the upper body as well. And one more. Let's inhale, lift both arms up, and with an exhale, twist to your right. Bring the hands outside your chair. Lift your heart here, press into your feet, and as you exhale, let the chin come over your right shoulder. We'll stay here for 2 nice breaths, making sure that at all times the breath can flow. That's a signal to you that the practice is serving you well. Take that as a teaching moment. Inhale, lift up. Keep your ribs nice and long, and exhale, twist to the left. Again, finding your connection with the side of your chair, taking your gaze to your back shoulder. One more nice breath. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Let's slowly float them down again. Keep the right hand where it is. Lift the left arm to the sky. Inhale, breath, reach up. And as you exhale, take a side bend to your right. Drop into that left hip here. Keep the shoulders one above another. So notice if you're rotating forward, think about lifting towards the sky. Now keep your left hand, frame your face with your right, and come back to center. Reach up with energy, keep that right arm lifted, send the left down by your side. Keep your length and take your side bend to the left. Dropping into that right hip here, and maybe taking a moment to slightly send that right shoulder back. Right arm stays, left arm frames the face. Use the core, pull in through the belly to rise up. Slowly float the hands down. Let's take the hands into prayer. Press into the palms, lift the elbows up here. Notice if you're hugging your body down, see if you can use your connection here, like almost an isometric press to lift the heart and chest and sit tall. Take the right elbow down to the right thigh. Continue to press and open up your collarbone. So if you gaze towards the sky, it might encourage you to rotate slightly more. And then use that center, come right back up, reposition yourself, press into your hands, lift your elbows, and then take the left one down to the left thigh. pressing into the palms to open up your right shoulder, maybe taking the gaze towards the right shoulder or up to the sky. Inhale, make your way back to center. Release the hands down for a moment. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and let them fall. Let's lift both arms up, interlace the fingers here and flip the palms to the sky. Find that length again. Make sure that your feet are connected to the ground. We're going to take this into some circles here. So start moving first to your right. So involving the spine now in some spinal twists, opening and rounding. We'll take one more here, starting to support the back in that gentle back bend, and then take it in the other direction. So these can start to get a little bit bigger if you're feeling comfortable and stable in this particular position. And come back to center. Release the hands down. And come to sit more towards the edge of your chair, but still finding that firm foundation below you. You want to make sure you're not going to slip out over the edge. And once again, look down, ankles below knees. Taking your hands to prayer to start. Inhale, come to cactus. Take this into a gentle back bend so that the palms line up with your ears. My shoulder blades are starting to root down behind me. And around that now by sliding the palms right down, pull the belly to the spine. Inhale, come into that half lift and press the tailbone down. Lengthen through the crown of your head here. Exhale, round down once more. Press into the feet, sweep the arms into a sun circle as you rise up. Palms to heart center. Adding on, inhale, taking that gentle back bend, let the chest lift. Now pull the belly in and press the spine towards the back of your chair. Inhale, take a nice half lift here, long, straight spine. Exhale to fold. Keep the left hand down. Let's sweep the right arm like an airplane wing. Maybe it comes out midway, maybe a little higher. Exhale, float it down. Right hand stays, left sweeps up. Exhale, float it down. And then start to lengthen your spine as you sweep your arms in a big sun circle. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, take your gentle back bend in your cactus pose. Round the spine, pull in the belly, slide on down. Inhale, take your half lift. Lengthen here, press the tailbone down. Round down once more. Keep your left hand, sweep your right up. Exhale, breath, float it down. Left arm sweeps up, take the gaze with you. Exhale, float it down. And this time, staying right here, walk your hands out a little further. So lengthen your arms and lengthen your fingers, come onto fingertips. Lower the crown of the head, round downward. So hanging over our legs in a bit of ragdoll with arms extended here. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to roll up. The last thing that will come up is the crown of the head, and the chin will be in line with the earth beneath you. Beautiful, everyone. So let's turn to our right. Bring both legs all the way out to the right. Reposition that leg that's closest to the back of your chair. We're going to take the leg closest to the front and bring it alongside you. So you can shuffle and walk the toes back. Maybe your hip and knee line up. If that space is not there, come a little forward. Otherwise, see if you can shuffle that knee back slightly. Take your back hand onto the back of the chair and take your front arm to your hip for a moment. We're going to press the heel down. And as you come forward, roll over your toes and press the top of the foot down into the ground. Let's take that again. So heel is pressing back to the earth. And then coming forward, rolling over the toes, really working through the ankle and the shin and the calf. Take that one more time. Rolling over the toes, pressing down here. And then coming back into that neutral position with flexed toes, just like we started. Let's lift that left arm closest to the screen up to the sky, and take a side bend to the back of your chair. Inhale to come center. And as you exhale, let's use a nice long spine to reach out as though you were trying to touch something. So plant that forward foot into the ground to give you stability. Inhale, come up to center. And exhale, let's take that into a back bend. Inhale to center. Exhale to a forward fold, nice flat back here. Inhale to center. Exhale to back bend. Inhale, center, and take this one more time without my guided words. Just feel your way in. Feel your way up when the breath takes you there. So we become learners when we allow the body to explore on our own. We'll all meet with that arm lifted to the sky. We're going to take a twist to the back of the chair. So your long, straight arm is going to reach around to the hand behind you. I know I'm not facing you. You can use the back of the chair to lift your spine and gaze towards your right shoulder. Take a nice breath here. Keep long. And this time, let's inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, release. And we'll take this around the other way. So walk the legs around to the left side of your chair. Make sure you're firmly grounded here. Take the back arm to the back of the chair. Take the outside leg once again down beside you. And start to shuffle that foot away to find that comfortable spot, in the spot that it still enables you to sit tall. Notice if you're rounding, and find if you need to bring that knee in, that's fine. Take your right hand, the outside hand, whatever that might be, and then press the heel away. And then float over the foot, press the toes down. And as you start to use this opposite leg, we did it with the left leg before, we're now using the right leg, just noticing how one part of the body might feel different than another. We'll take one more full move on that. And then come back to center. Lift that right arm up to the sky and side bend to the back of your chair. Inhale to center. And now, rooting through that front foot here, take that nice long spine, reach out and away, keep length. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, taking a back bend. Inhale to center. And we'll take this 2 more times, and I'm going to quiet my voice now so that you can find your way in and out. Gives us a little bit of a meditative flow. We connect the rhythm of the breath with the rhythm of the thoughts. We'll all meet at center. And then we're going to take that lengthened, lifted arm and bring it around to meet the other hand at the back of the chair. Press into the back, lift up nice and tall, and gaze towards your left shoulder. Next inhale breath, lift both arms up, lower them down, and let's come around towards the front. Move yourself slightly forward once again so you find the stability in the hips, and we'll open the feet to a 45-degree angle. Ankles once again under knees, be aware of that, and find the distance that enables your knees to sit comfortably over your ankles. Depends on a lot of things here, a lot of factors. So be your own teacher here, be a learner, experience it by exploring. Take the left hand to the hip and the right hand to the inside of the knee. As you exhale, slide down towards your ankle. And here, rotate open your left shoulder. We did some of this seated before when we initially started. So imagine that happening, but connect the back of the arm and press the leg against it. See if you can open even more. Inhale to slide out. And let's reverse the hands. Exhale to slide down. And take the moment as a learner to press and connect arm and leg and see what happens here in the right shoulder. An moment, right? Inhale to slide out. We'll be adding on here, so you can always take that initial position that we just did and explore and see if it feels right when we add on. And if it doesn't, then you come back to the initial way. So making the connection here, first rolling back, and once the shoulders are stacked, the left arm can reach to the sky. Reach up, lengthen here by pushing the tailbone into the chair and lengthening from the crown of your head. Now we're not going to slide out of this one. We're going to use the core to come out like airplane wings. Hands to hips. Take the left hand, slide on down. Make your connection roll open first, and that's where the space may be available for you to lift the right arm up. Keep reaching up and lengthening here. And then press deeply into the feet. Let's come up with those airplane wings. Beautiful. Take both hands to the hips. And we'll take this one more time, offering another change. So slide on down this time. Maybe left arm comes to the sky. And if it is lifted, you can bend the elbow, take the hand behind the head, and get a little bit more of a deeper twist. Again, all about availability. Keep that left hand where it is. Take the right hand behind the head and come back up. Beautiful. Hands come down, left hand in, right hand to hip, and slide on down. And remember how we gradually made our way into a pose. This is yogi's choice right here. This is another choice. It's all about choices. And this is a third choice. If you're at this third choice, you're going to keep that right hand and take the left hand behind the head. Rise back up. Release the hands down. Take a moment. Just wiggle the shoulders, lifting left and right, left and right. Take both hands to heart center, press into the palms, lifting the elbows. We'll take another side twist here, right elbow down to right thigh. Press into your palms, make your way back to center, and take it down the other side. Make your way back to center, release the hands down, toe heel the feet in. Take a hold onto the outside edges of your chair, and let's take a little bit of a left and right shift here. Windshield wipering the knees. And then separate the feet so they're chair width apart, and take that again. And come back to center. Walk the feet together. We're going to cross the right leg over the left into a seated cross-legged position, like we would do. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can put your foot on a block, or you can cross down at the ankle. So find the place that works for you today. Take both arms out into that T once again. Right arm is going to come under left for either eagle arms, back of hand to back of hand, or genie arms to your shoulders. Take whichever one works for you. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, round the back body, bring the elbows in towards your belly. Inhale, rise up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Take that one more time, incorporate the back bend here, find some extension, and elbows down for flexion. Inhale, come to center, let the elbows come right out from the shoulders, and we'll take a little twist to the right. Inhale, center, twist to the left. Inhale, center, uncross the arms first as though you were unwinding and opening up. Flip the palms to the back of your room, thumbs down, and press the shoulders away. Release the hands down. I'm going to slide that leg out to a figure four. So ankle to thigh here. Again, some other ways to come into this. You can have your foot on a block right here, or you can have your ankle on your thigh and maybe shift that back foot down. It lowers the thigh here and giving you a little bit more of an opening. Take your right hand, gentle pressure, just opening slightly here, nothing too grand. And then release that, lift your arms to the sky, make sure that your left foot is firmly grounded. We're going to take that long spine again as we did sideways in the chair. This time, two arms are extended and we're reaching forward towards the screen. Keep your head in line with your arms if you can and look down, no pressure on your neck. Inhale, slowly rise up and release, float the hands down. Let's lift the leg up gently and cradle rock it left and right. Release the right foot. And we'll take this whole sequence again on the opposite side. So the left leg is going to cross over. And take a moment here to make any adjustments you might need. The left side may be very different from the right. Arms come out into a T. We wrap left under right. And we take the arm space that's available. Elbows come up in line with shoulders. Inhale, back bend, shoulders lift to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, draw your belly in. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, elbows to navel. And one more. Inhale, come to center, find that same lift of the elbows. Take your twist to the left. Inhale, center, twist to the right. Inhale, center, and unwind like bird wings. Open them really nice and wide. Flip your palms and take that nice lift of your chest. Release the hands down. Sliding the ankle out to find that figure four. Make whatever adjustments are necessary, switching blocks, lowering your ankle to cross at the ankle, taking your left hand, gentle opening here. Nothing too grand, just a bit here. And then lifting both arms to the sky, make sure you're really rooted in that right front foot and take the long spine forward. Keep your ears in line here. Look down, lengthen the back of your neck, and expand the energy towards the screen. Inhale to rise up. Float the arms down and take them underneath foot and knee. A little gentle cradle rock. And then release the leg. We'll come up for some standing poses now. So this time, walk your feet back so they're not in line with your knees, creating that Z shape. And make sure that you're near the front of your chair. We're going to come up into a hover first, as we always do. So you have options here as well to keep the hands on the chair, to keep the hands on the thighs, or to keep them extended at a 45-degree angle coming out from the shoulders. So rooting through the feet, start to lift the hips off the chair. And then sit the hips slightly back here, so maybe you can see your toes. Slowly, with control, resist gravity and make your way back to the chair. Release the hands to the thighs and let it all go. Maybe lift your toes gently. And we'll take that again. So take the position that you would like to explore today as a learner. Press into your feet, lift your hips off your chair. Gently move them backward as the chest lifts up into a nice chair pose, Utkatasana. Now press through the feet, lift all the way up. Let your palms touch one another and take a side bend to your left. Inhale to center, side bend to the right. Inhale to center, float the arms down. Come out to the right side of your chair and then turn yourself to face the seat. I'll work on a little bit of a balance pose here before we come to a side standing one. Take your palms and bring them down to the seat of your chair. Now take a moment here. My back is rounded. I'm going to try to lengthen here. Make that adjustment. Now, the length of your arm, the height of the seat of your chair will determine a lot of different things here. So find the way that it works for you. You may need to walk your feet back a little bit to find that space. You may need blocks. So take a moment here to keep a nice long tailbone. This is where we're going to get the balance to come in. So make whatever adjustment you need right now. And we're going to lift just the left leg. So rooting through your palms here, keep your length long, look down at the seat of your chair. So this is just the balance here. This is like a warrior 3 pose. And then lower that leg very slowly, resist gravity. Let's take the right leg up this time. Pressing through the heel, the toes are dialed down towards the mat, and the foot is pressing away from the crown of your head. Slowly lower that foot. Now we'll add on here, but let's just come up for a moment for a break to lengthen the spine, pedal out the feet. Let's find the same position. So stack your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips right over your ankles, and you'll either take what we just did or take the add-on. So we're going to lift that left leg first, toes are dialed down towards the ground, and push into your heel and lengthen from the crown of your head. Now, keeping the left hand on the ground, on your chair, we're going to lift, send the right arm forward for a balance. Remember, you can always keep the arm, both hands on the seat of your chair. Otherwise, one arm forward, opposite leg back. Pull up through your core here. Pull the belly towards your spine. Find your balance. Look down. And then let's slowly lower the hand first, and then the leg. Let's rise back up for a moment. Pedal out the feet. A nice big learning curve here. Learning what works, learning what doesn't work. It's good to know both. Hands down to the seat. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Ankles are underneath the hips. This time the right leg is going to come up. And I know sometimes you want to look at the screen to see what we're doing, but listen to the cues so you can keep the back of your neck long here. You're looking down at the seat of your chair, an option to stay right here, or maybe extend the opposite arm. Reach fingertips away from foot. Think of length and opposition in the body. Lower the hand first, very slowly, and then lower the leg. This time, let's roll up very slow. Dangle the arms. Last thing up is the crown of the head. And then come to face the screen. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll down. Let the arms dangle. Shake the head no and yes. Let the arms sway slightly. Gently bend your knees and once again, roll up. Let's shrug the shoulders to the ears, take them back and down. Take that 2 more times, coming up and back. 1 more full roll. and then take it forward. One more. Beautiful. Now let's come to face the back of the chair. I just need to check the time here, see where we're going, how much more space we have, and we have a lot more. So with both feet facing the chair, we're going to step that right leg back to a 45-degree angle and bend the front knee. Now notice if your knee is coming away in front of the toes, you want to pull that back. Knee right in line with the ankle. You need to make a little bit more of an adjustment, do so. Both hips are going to face the back of your chair here. Left arm lifts, right arm lifts. Let's work on that balance. Let's find that foundation. Press into that back foot as much as you are in the front. And then with an exhale breath, let's open up into Warrior Two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Gaze over your front hand and find the stability. You can always keep a hand on the chair, otherwise, let's work on balance. Now with an inhale breath, straighten that front leg, lift the arms to the sky, take your left wrist and reach it back. So the legs are straight here and the feet are really anchored down. Exhale, find that Warrior Two once again. Lower the front hand, take the back arm over your ear towards the seat of the chair. Inhale, rise up, find your Warrior Two. We'll start with that foundation once again, looking forward, coming back to a nice steady breath. Press through that front leg, arms lift up. This time take the right wrist and reach it back. So we're just floating with some new learning here, some new wrists, some new movements. Coming back into Warrior Two. Now a little bit of a change here. Lower that front hand to the seat of your chair. Sweep the back arm around and over the ear to find your extended angle. So just another way of coming into the same shape. Press in to Warrior Two. And we'll take one more. This time you'll have the option to be the student and take whatever feels right for you. So straighten that front leg and then take left or right wrist to the back. Exhale into Warrior Two. Dropping the front hand, and you can either sweep low or sweep over with that back arm. Inhale, rise up into your Warrior Two. Look towards the front hand and then lower the front hand. This time we'll sweep the back arm to meet at the back of the chair and come onto the ball of your foot. Let's find a little buoyancy here, a little bit of movement. And then with hands on the back of the chair, shift your weight and step it forward. And pedal out the feet. Start to lift the heels, do a little bit of trotting here. And we'll take it on the other side. So this time your left leg is going to step back to that nice wide stance, 45-degree angle of your back foot, nice bend in the front leg. And take a moment here to see if you're pressing into this back thigh. Both hips are facing the back of your chair and we're coming into Warrior One. Arms reaching for the sky, shoulders back and down. Gaze towards the back of your chair. Lifting your arms up nice and high, and as you exhale, open into Warrior Two. Right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back. Soft, steady gaze over your front hand. Now press through both feet, straighten that front leg, grip hold of your right wrist, and take it back for a sky archer. As you exhale, make your way into that Warrior Two again. Lower the front hand, sweep the back arm over your ear towards your chair. Press equally into your feet, use your center, come back to Warrior Two. Straighten your front leg, arms come up. This time we're taking the left wrist and reaching back. Exhale into Warrior Two. Lower the front hand, sweep the back arm low into a circle over your ear and open up your heart towards the sky. Again, engage both feet here as you rise back up into your warrior two. And we have one more. So straightening the legs, taking either left or right wrist to the back. Find your breath as you move through this. You be the guide in the position you would like to take to get into your extended side angle. And we'll all meet in a warrior two, facing towards your extended right arm. Lower the hand to the chair. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Bring the left hand to the chair. So we're in our high lunge here. Take a little bit of a bounce. Find some buoyancy. And then shifting the weight into the front foot, we're going to step forward and take a moment to pedal out the feet. And then come around to stand in front of your chair. So find the center of your chair with both legs. And to step that right leg nice and wide, coming into a V shape with your legs. Take your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes sideways. Actually, I don't know if I'd call that sideways, but I think you understand what I'm saying here. The back foot at a 45-degree angle. So when I usually have my mat, that's the direction I'll say to the short edge of your mat. We've been doing this long enough, most of you. Arms come out into a T. Now send that right hip to the right and reach the left arm out and then come to the seat of your chair with either fingertips, knuckles, or a flat palm. The right arm comes up to the sky for triangle pose. Reach up and use your hand to lengthen your spine here. We're really going to engage core strength here. Press through both feet. Keep the arms as they are and rise up with arms open. Take your hands to your hips, turn all 10 toes to face the front, and then draw that right leg in. Pedal out the feet. Reposition yourself right in the center of the chair. This time, take that left leg, nice wide stance. Left toes turn 45, right toes turn 90 degrees. Arms out to a T. Take the left hip to the left, reach the right fingertips away, and then find your place on the chair. Left arm lifts to the sky. Both legs are straight here. Both feet are actively pressing into the ground. And as you use that right hand on the seat of your chair, your left arm can extend up even higher. Take another breath. And then with that inhale breath, let's rise up, arms stay open. Take your hands to your hips, turn all 10 toes to face forward, and then shift the weight back to center. Let's pedal out the feet. And then come out to the right side of your chair. Continue with a little bit more balance here. So take your left hand onto the back of your chair. Come into a standing eagle pose. We had done the seated one before. This one requires a little bit more demand on one leg. So we're rooting through that left leg, the leg closest to your chair. Take the right leg and cross up at the thigh. So you want a really tight connection here. The toe can be on the ground or lifted depending on your stability here. So take whatever works for you. Toe with the earth or toe lifted. A little bit more of a challenge here. Now pull that standing leg so the hips are stacked. We're going to take our right hand to prayer. And either stay right here or option to take the left hand into prayer. You can always drop that foot and take the prayer pose. Now slowly lower the left. Take the right hand to your hip. Rise on up and uncross. Pedal out the feet and come to the other side. We'll take that same pose again. So that right leg is now the grounding force here. The right hand stays on the back of the chair to start. And we cross high up on the thigh. Either toe touching the earth or toe stays lifted. The hips slightly sit back as you draw both hips in line. Take your left hand to your heart, and you can stay right here, or take your right hand to join the left. Hold for a breath or two, you've got this. Remember, you can always lower that toe. And let's unwind slowly, lowering the right, taking the left to the hip, and pressing through the standing leg. Uncross, pedal out the feet. Let's see what we have left here. Oh, we have another standing pose, a room for another standing pose. So come to face the seat of your chair. Standing right midway. We're going to step the right foot back to a short, wide stance. And what we mean by that is so that the legs look more of a railroad stance than a tightrope stance. So just a short step back, 10 toes are facing the seat of your chair. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, breathing up. And as you exhale, come to a flat back. Now your hands are on your hips for a reason. Think about that left hip shifting back and the right hip shifting slightly forward. A little bit of a twist there. Then lower the hands. Lengthen the arms here and find that nice long spine once again. Now, as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows. Let the crown of the head come down towards the chair. Maybe you can come to forearms, or maybe just a gentle bend in your elbows. Whatever works for you, but be the learner. Allow your body to explore and experience in a healthy way. And then press through the hands, come to flat back once again. Step that right leg to meet the left, so now the feet are once again in line. We're going to walk the right hand over to the left side of your chair. Lift the left arm up for a twist. Exhale to lower. Walk both hands back to the center. And this time, inhale to your hips and rise on up. I was going to have you step your leg back from there, but I think it's best if we do it from starting. So take your left foot back now with that short, wide stance. Both legs remain straight, but there's a separation between the feet. Hands to the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale, find that flat back. And then take a moment here to shift your right hip back and your left hip forward as you lower your hands to the seat of the chair. Nice long spine here. Straighten out the elbows. Stay long. And then as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows and perhaps come down to forearms. Keep the hips where they are. Think of that slight rotation going on. Then as you inhale, lengthen your arms once again, coming to your flat back. We're going to walk the left hand over to the right side of the chair and then lift the right arm for a twist. Slowly exhale, float the hand down. Make your way to center here and then step that left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen your arms to a flat back. Exhale, take your hands to your hips and with a slight bend in the knees, inhale to come up. Turn around to face the screen. Let's take a nice deep sun breath, reaching up. Let's exhale to forward fold. Let the body drape down. Inhale to roll back up. Exhale, release the arms. And then come to sit in your chair. Making your way back down. And sitting towards the edge once again, let's extend the right leg. Flex the toes towards your shin. And then point them towards the ground. Flex and point. Flex and point. Bring the legs, the toes so that they face the sky, but without a tense flexion. Just keep them nice and long here, heeling sliding out. And let's rotate a little bit left and right. And then come to center. Make sure you're firmly seated on the chair. Lift the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to come with a long spine towards that foot. Just reach out in front. Don't dip down. Again, draw the ears in line with the arms. Inhale to rise up. And let's take that again. Exhale, coming forward. And this time, maybe that arms start to come down towards your calves or towards your ankles. Take a hold of something and allow yourself to come out and over that extended leg. Now, keeping the hands where they are, let them slide right up the leg. Draw the knee in and take hold around the shin. Give the leg a nice lift in and release it down. Let's extend that left leg and work on that same flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. One more. And then coming up to a neutral place and moving left and right, like a windshield wiper. Come back to center. Firmly root through that right foot. Both arms come up. And we're going to take that nice long spine once again, reaching forward, moving very slowly here. Inhale to come up. Exhale, rounding and coming down this time, maybe taking hold around the calf or around the back of the knee. Any place you can find that bit of a connection to drape the torso over your extended leg. And then keep the connection, slide the hands right up here. Let's lift the knee, take hold around the shin, draw the knee in towards your chest, and then release the foot down. Let's take a nice inhale breath in, and then float the arms forward and down. Circle them back, lift them up, float them down. And let's take one nice big one, moving into the back of the room, lifting up, reaching back, and bringing your hands to your thighs. And now find your way into a completely comfortable seated position. So slide your hips on back, and this time allow the back of the chair to support you. Let the shoulders just nestle their way down behind you, and the feet connect with the ground. Really find the support beneath you. I invite you to close your eyes here and place your palms in a way that they can support your shoulders, whether it's palms down, touching your thighs, making a connection, or palms up with an opening to receive. Find whatever feels the most comfortable, the most free, and the best experience for you. Without trying to change anything here, but perhaps allowing the present moment to start to permeate, to start to bring you to stillness. Allowing the body to completely surrender. Letting go of any places you might be holding tension or gripping tightly. Let it all go. Now begin to deepen the breath. Take an inhale through your nose and sigh it out the mouth. Take the hands with you this time as you inhale nice and deeply through the nose and float them down as you exhale out the mouth. And start to wake up gently, moving your feet and your hands, maybe wiggling your upper body. And then joining your hands at heart center in prayer. Let those thumbs once again touch your heart space. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. May sun shine down upon you, may love fill your heart, and may your inner light guide you on your way. Your practice is a gift, and I thank you so much for sharing it with me today. Namaste.